dawned on me to say something until just now, but this has been happening for months.
That'd be so funny.
And we're live.
Oh, we're live. All right. Welcome back to Two Rights Make a Wrong,
And
right?
this is
That's
one
what
heck of a welcome back.
That's what we're still called, right?
That
Two
is
Rights.
what we're still called.
I don't remember.
I was toying around with changing the name just to mess with you, but no.
Cool. That's Daniel.
That is Russell.
And with us today is the lovely Lilo. And what's going on? So we took a little break, obviously.
We did. Yeah, there was holidays and stuff in
holidays. You were supposed to go on yet another vacation.
Yes.
Which I don't know how you're always on vacation. But
Guess
you
what?
didn't go on vacation.
We didn't go on vacation, but guess what?
What?
We're going on vacation.
Whoa, where?
The same place we went to in Mexico with all the sea turtles.
The Sandals place?
No, that was Jamaica.
Oh, that was Jamaica. Oh, yeah, Sandals, Jamaica.
This is Rio Cuclan or something like that, whatever,
Oh.
but it's in Cancun on the island where all the sea turtles were. We liked it so much, and we didn't want to plan it because we put so much effort into planning Italy. We ended up not going to Italy because our dog got injured. So sad little Pivo got injured, so we had to nurse him back to health. He's doing great now.
That's good.
We didn't want to put any real effort into. We just wanted to get out of here, go somewhere. We didn't want to put effort into the vacation, so we just picked the same place that we went to because we liked it so much.
That's good.
And we're just gonna go to. It's a completely different type of vacation then.
Because
than Italy,
now you
but-
know what you kind of want to do. You
Yeah.
kind of know that, like, if there's anything you missed last time, now you can kind of revisit, spend more time doing the things that you did enjoy, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's
Because
kinda
there was
cool.
a lot of restaurants on the resort itself, and we're just like, well, these ones we didn't like, so now we're just gonna focus on the ones we did like, and yeah, do that kind of stuff.
Well, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
When are you doing that?
February 10th.
Oh,
So probably when this episode comes out.
yeah. Wow, I didn't realize that. So, yeah, just going on vacation still.
Yeah.
Right on. It's also, the new year. It's January.
It is the new year. You had a birthday. You're another year older.
Yeah.
Another year more beautiful.
Yes, sir. I'm embracing the gray now, finally. I'm embracing the gray.
I'm so jealous.
I tried hiding it by shaving, by trimming it down pretty close, because I can't do baby face.
Do you have a baby face?
Well, if I would, I don't know. It's been so long since I've clean shaved that I don't know. Like,
How long
I'm
has
sure,
it been?
I don't know, 20, 25 years.
15 years for me. 15 years.
I don't remember. Maybe when I married my friends.
Yeah, that was a bit ago.
Yeah.
But you started going gray at like 34.
That's why like I said, I'm embracing it.
Right.
Now I'm embracing the gray. I'm letting it come. Can we see that on there? You guys sing of the gray.
That's great.
Thanks.
But, and I kind of mean that I like it in your hair more than I like it in your beard. Even though you always have your hair covered up essentially, or you dye it.
Yeah, that part of my hair, this part of my hair isn't really gray yet.
The sides are though.
The sides are.
And that's what I want.
The sides are, and I get rid of it. Yeah.
I'm jealous of, because now I'm 35, older than you were when you started going gray, and I have a hard time even get like one gray hair coming out of my hair.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No, I want the gray hair.
Well, somebody's got to have it, and I guess it's me.
Yeah, good job.
Yep.
So,
so you have so again, it's New Year's.
it is New Year's.
So what's your New Year's resolution?
I want to stop working for the man.
The man?
Yeah,
What man?
all of the men.
Oh, so just women?
No, I want to just work for myself. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, okay.
I want to go out and do something. I want to do something for myself.
Do you have like plans and steps to allow that to happen?
I do.
Do you have a vision board?
I don't have a vision board, but I have Excel spreadsheets.
Okay,
I love Excel.
that's cool.
I spend many of hours just developing projections on Excel.
Yeah, I thought I was a nerd.
Yeah,
You're just a dork.
probably. But
Well,
yeah,
that's
but
cool.
I mean, it's lofty thing. It's like it could be a realistic thing, but there are very lofty things that need to happen in order for it to happen. So that's the only thing.
That's cool.
How about you? What's your New Year's resolution?
Actually, I'm taking a new approach to New Year's resolutions this year.
Suck it.
Every year I make New Year's resolutions, and then most of the way, actually not very far into the way of the year, like most people, we give up on our resolution. And then we have a bad year because the rest of the year we're reflecting on how we wish we could have changed. And we're a disappointment because we gave up on our resolution. Well, this year, I'm just not going to have a resolution.
There you go.
So that way, I'm not going to be disappointed in myself halfway through the year.
And you're still not going to accomplish anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I won't be disappointed by it.
Perfect.
So, Lilo, you have a resolution this year?
I don't do New Year's resolutions. I don't want to. Please don't make this like. I don't want to sound like a pretentious douche, but I'm always like trying to be better than I was a year ago. So I just don't really have a need for them because all of the time I'm just like, I need to. And I do like try to do stuff to better myself. I'll fall off. And then I'm like, nope, I got to get back on. So it's just a year-round thing for me. I don't need
not a bad attitude to have.
Yeah. And I'm kind of like, we're all kind of doing things that kind of go forward anyway. So I'm just going to keep plugging at that. But it's not a resolution.
Yeah. Jin and I started working out right after the turn of the year, and we worked out every single day except for the weekend so far. And I'm just absolutely thrashing my body. I'm using muscles I haven't used in years.
Good.
And it hurts.
That's good.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. But, yeah, so one of the things, though, why I really realized that I want to get out and do something is a friend of mine. I mean, he's a much older friend. He's 64 years old.
Okay.
So he's had a lot of time to create wealth. He's not some, 30-something-year-old kid who went out and bought himself a supercar. But he went out and bought himself a supercar, and this was something that he had talked about for years. Ever since I've known him, he's been talking about it, and he's been debating on what he is, but he's 6'7", so he has a really hard time fitting into any of these cars. Mm-hmm. And there's very few of them, and I always suggested the 720S, the McLaren 720S, my dream car. That's what I've always wanted. And he's like, I just don't think I'm going to fit in it. Well, one of his friends got one. He drove it. He fits in it. So that's what he ended up getting himself, is a 720S, but it was modified. And he hasn't let anyone drive it until about 2 months ago. He didn't let anyone drive it, and he was over at our house. We shared a cigar. Do you want to go for a ride?
You shared one cigar?
No, we had.
You guys just passed it back and forth it was.
We had our own cigars. We did have our own cigars. But he's like, "Do you want to go for a ride?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "By the way, you're driving." And he let me drive it, and it's modified, so it has about 1,000 horsepower, up from 720.
Is this why you have a bunch of Excel spreadsheets? Because you're trying to figure out how you can pay for this McLaren that you crashed?
No, I did not crash the McLaren.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, for a while, I've always wanted one of these cars. You know, I'm really big in the cars.
Yeah, I know.
And I have a Mustang, and I've just kind of convinced myself that these cars can't be that much better than my Mustang. They can't be that much better that they're worth $300,000 or more. They can't be that good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
My car is the most boring car in the entire world after driving this car.
Oh, you should get in my car.
It is. But it is.
Your car will also seem boring. You're like, how? I'm about to die.
Yeah. Yours is going to be exciting in different ways. But it was that much faster. It was that much more exhilarating. It was absolutely an insane experience driving this car, and he let me really romp on the thing, so it was absolutely insane. And then literally hours later, I got into my car, and mine's manual too. This is automatic. Mine's manual, and I'm going to town on this thing, and I'm just like flooring it. I was like, this is so boring and so easily controlled. And so I want to do something to someday soon, not when I'm 65, but someday soon, to be able to get myself a car like that.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Well, right on. I hope. You know what? I honestly really hope that happens.
Thank you.
But that's probably for selfish reasons, because I have a feeling that if you make it, that means somewhere I'm somewhat adjacent to that.
We'll see. We'll see if I take you with me.
Yeah, you will. You'd be lost without me.
You're the one who gets people lost.
No, people have to get me unlost.
I'm actually surprised that you asked for my address. Actually, I'm not surprised that you asked for my address today, because you've been down here now 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, that's why I called you multiple times, and I was upset because I was already on my way. And I'm like, dude, any minute now could be steps to me being in a different state.
We were joking when you asked for my address. I'm like, he should already know how to get here. We were really debating on. I was just gonna send you just the street address, and see if you would plug it in without the city, because there's another town that's probably like 20 miles away from here that has the exact same address that I made the mistake one time of putting in my GPS and going to when I first moved down here. And I'm like, this does not look familiar at all. And I was driving for about 15 minutes before I realized I'm in the wrong town.
Well, I guess if you want to be fair, I guess I got lucky then too, because all I did, and it must be from my phone recognizing that I've been here before, so it knows. But all I did was type in the numbers and said, "Yup."
Oh, then you're lucky, because that's what I did. Because I was coming to this house and I typed in my own number and it still did not. In my phone, I'll get into my car at a certain time of the day, and my phone will link up to my car, and then like my phone will say 8 minutes to this place, because it's just we're in such a habit of going to the same places at the same time. So it's like my phone knows that we're going to go to this bar over here at 12 for lunch, but yet it doesn't know when I type in the same numbers as my home address. It doesn't know that I want to go to my home, not some random house in this other town.
No, it doesn't. It's because you've also punched it in before and successfully made it there. At least we're lucky enough that I am good with like recognizing things.
Mm-hmm.
So like at least I would have known that like pulling up, I'd be like, this isn't right. So I'd be like, what happened? Did you move your neighborhood?
Yeah, we moved just like in SpongeBob.
The whole neighborhood.
Why don't we just pick it up and move it somewhere else?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably what you would do.
But speaking of moving neighborhoods, the neighborhood has kind of drastically changed a little bit.
Uh-oh.
So the restaurant that we like to go to closed down.
Yeah.
They sold after they were the longest run business in the county.
Ever.
And they're
older than Nintendo.
They're not. But they're no longer there. And when they were taking the sign down, because this museum in Indiana bought the sign, and when they were taking it down, they decided that it would be a good idea to take a full-size mattress, not a queen, not a king, just a full-size mattress, single stacked, put it on the concrete, and just tip the sign over, aiming for the mattress. It did not end well.
Aim for the bushes.
Yeah, it did not end well. They did rebuild it though, and it looks really nice rebuilt. So.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, but it's sad that the place is gone. That was like the staple. That's the one thing that made me, when I moved down here, that's the one thing that kind of made me feel like home.
So what's this museum in Indiana?
It's just old restaurant signs and bar signs. That's all it is.
Okay.
It's in southern Indiana. I don't know what it's called though. I got to find out.
Weird. Of course it would be Indiana that would do that.
Yeah, there's one in Wisconsin. Dad was actually telling me, hey, I know a guy who has a museum in northern Wisconsin who I talked to about this restaurant, and he'd like to buy the sign. I'm like, it's already gone. So,
weird.
But I'm like, but the thing is,
it doesn't take much to get a museum, does it?
No, but you know what? No. This is the thing that I've heard rumors. I haven't gotten straight from the horse's mouth, but there's rumors from people who know the guy very well that he sold it for $30,000. The sign for $30,000. And to me, I'm just like, what is the admission to this sign museum that they're able to just spend $30,000 and then also tip over, break it, and then rebuild it? Probably spending another $15,000 on it to rebuild it because it's a neon sign and glass and everything like that. So who's spending $100 to go to this museum to look at signs?
Those are your new lights.
These are my new lights, yeah.
Those are pretty cool. So it depends on I think the popularity of the museum.
I mean, I guess, but why is a sign museum so popular?
But wouldn't you imagine like museums get like a grant?
Well, some
like
do.
A
some
budget grant.
Yeah, so we're watching. Speaking of that, we watch the Mecum auctions and stuff like that for the cars. We're like, who has?
I thought you were gonna say you were watching a documentary on museums. I was gonna be
who has $3 million to spend on cars? I'm like, most of these people have museums and they get grant money from like tax money from the government to be able to fund to be able to fund the museum to buy some cars. Also, some of these people are just stinking rich, and they just have $3 million to drop on a car, and then they put it in their basement, and no one ever sees it.
I'd open a museum.
I would too.
That's probably like one of my dreams. I'd like to really open a museum.
You want to have every single video game ever created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A video game museum. I think it would be sweet.
That would be really cool. I mean, me and Dad always talked about doing a car museum of all the cars that I've ever had hideaway headlights. You know how much he likes that.
Mm-hmm.
I would do a museum too, though. I would do like a pinball museum, arcade. Like it's still related to video games. But like,
You know what?
Mm.
You need. So the Hideaway Headlight Museum needs to be a hideaway headlight. Like at 10 o'clock in the morning when it opens, it's like flush with the ground and it just like pops up. And then that's the entrance. Like now you can enter the museum. And then when it closes, now you can't. People can't even rob the place either.
You are a visionary.
I know. I've been trying to tell people this.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd
be pretty slick.
Now you just need to be like an engineer and an architect.
Yeah. There was one other museum I wanted to do. I can't remember what it was though. Oh well, whatever. Lilo, what kind of museum would you open?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. I like so much stuff. It's kind of hard for me to answer.
That actually might be like an appropriate response to that is like you wouldn't open up a museum because like you do have that many.
Yeah, I would need multiple museums.
Just open up one museum of just random stuff.
That would be my museum.
A completely random museum. Here is a car, and here is a piece of art, and also here is the largest poop I've ever taken.
Yeah.
She agreed. She's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's the
sounds about
museum. Tell us in the comments, what museum would you open up if you could open up a museum? And also, we did not ask, but tell us in the comments, what is your New Year's resolution?
I don't want to know your resolution. You don't have to comment on that. But tell us about your museum.
Deal.
If you could change the Olympics, how would you change it?
If I could change the Olympics, how would I change it?
Yep.
I would maybe make it just free for all. There's no countries maybe. Just people just join in and people just qualify and get in. Maybe there's no countries. But it's also a big pride thing for countries to do. Maybe I would get this is going to be controversial, but I would get rid of genders. I would have everyone compete against everyone because it's supposed to be the best athletes in the entire world, not the best athletes with some sort of stipulation.
So you heard it. If you are gendered, you're not allowed to be in the Olympics anymore. You have to be non-binary or a non-gendered. That's what you just said. You want to get rid of genders.
You can't have genitals.
You have to get. You said you wanted to get rid of genders.
No, like women don't compete against women.
Yeah, no, yeah, and men don't compete about men. It's only non-binary against non-binary, non-gendered against non-gendered.
Deal.
Okay, we came to like a conclusion there.
No, yeah, that, yeah. Well, how would you change it?
Get this. The Olympics after dark. And that's way more innocent than how it sounds. I don't mean like risque Olympics. I mean like if you're doing the 100-meter dash, the lights are off and they're all wearing those light up sneakers.
Oh, okay. So you're actually
swimming. Well, like they have like some like the baton pass. It's just a glow stick.
So it's just nighttime, but with lights.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say that if you just turn off the lights and make it dark, I mean they have that. It's called the Paralympics, and they have blind people that compete. So that already exists.
Yeah, but they can't see the light up shoes.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Is if it wasn't for the light up shoes and the light up batons in the relay races, it would just be the same as the Paralympics for blind people.
Yeah. Or just blind people watching the regular Olympics.
Speaking of that, people watching the regular Olympics.
Yeah.
Do they watch it or they just listen to it? They don't watch it.
Well, if they're watching it, it's pretty dark.
Okay. So, but I actually think that one day, I think the Paralympics will be the Olympics to watch.
Well, there's
Because I mean, people are gonna get like cyborg like legs and stuff like that, and they're gonna be like doing like the 100-meter dash in like 4 seconds.
what's it called? There's a new form of games coming out.
The enhanced games.
The enhanced games.
Yeah.
That would be fun. That's what I kind of
It's
want.
different, but it's not what I'm talking about. But yeah, it is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Who's back in that? Dana White's back in that.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought Dana.
I know there's two guys that are putting it together. I don't
Can
know
you find out who's
it.
backing the enhanced games?
I don't know if they have official yet, but they knew they wanted to do combat sports in it, but they didn't. I don't think they had like a direct like what type of combat sports yet. So
Lancing. Lancing, jousting. Jousting is called jousting, like on the horseback. They should bring that back. They should put that in the Olympics. Wouldn't you watch that?
I mean, they still do that, but yeah. I don't know if jousting. See, that's the thing about the enhanced games. I would maybe want jousting back in the Olympics, but
That's what I said. Yeah,
the thing about it being the enhanced games, like I actually can't see off the top of my head how being physically enhanced through steroids and testosterone healthily would give you an advantage in jousting.
Well, because the horse would also be on those things.
Oh, so it's just like a bunch of regular sized horses looking like Clydesdales.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh no, it's gonna be Clydesdales looking like even bigger things.
So that would be pretty. So yeah, so I could see jousting, but jousting is like the thing about jousting as well is it's almost guaranteed injury.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Which is what we want. Oh, that's the problem. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't necessarily want to injure people in a competitive sport.
Okay. Except for just fighting sports where people are just beating up people.
Yes and no. There's actually a lot of rules in play that prevent you
There
from actually.
Are a lot of rules, but also there are some crazy things that I see where I'm just like, that is just brutal. Like people doing like flying knees to like right into the face. I'm just like, that is just insane.
Well, and it all depends on exactly when you've seen that video too, because like and how it goes, because like there's even been certain rules that have changed recently, like even in the UFC, that would prevent certain moves like that from happening. Like for instance, if somebody's like, do you know what that exact rule is, Lilo, off the top of your head? Do you remember what it is? Where like if it's somebody getting up off the ground.
Oh yeah, you have to have if they have like 3 points of contact on the ground, whatever, you can't like go out because they're in the process of getting up.
Yeah.
And someone got disqualified. I remember watching a fight maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. Someone got disqualified, and because it was so stupid, because the guy was getting up, he had both of his hands off the ground, and then when he like planted his foot, the guy came to like knee him in the face, but he like slipped, and then as he slipped, right before the knee landed, his hand touched the ground. And then the knee hit his face.
Yeah, you have to
but
be
it's
so
like,
careful
but
about
that's
that.
like, but you're already in momentum. Like you can't just stop that.
Yep,
So
and
the
that's
fact
why
that
it's really difficult.
The fact that he got disqualified, I thought, was like the absolute baloney. It was just absolute baloney sausage. Did you find out who's backing the enhanced games?
It is the main rule of it. Control your weapons at all times.
I don't know if Dana White is involved in it, but it's all I can find is that it was founded by an Australian businessman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try. So sorry if this is not how you say your name. Aaron D'Souza?
I think that's close. Yeah, there's a Joe Rogan where he's talking to him.
Yeah, and I've heard Dana White talk about it, so that's why I thought he was doing it. But yeah,
So, but other than that, yeah, I really want glow sticks involved in the Olympics. Divers, imagine divers. Do you know how cool anything in the water would look with glow sticks in the Olympics? Like a diver diving with glow sticks on his body. Synchronized swimming. That was gonna be my next thing.
Which is honestly, I think that is the greatest sport to exist.
I don't know.
It's not that interesting to watch from the surface, I mean, it's cool, but watching it underwater, there is no way that there's any sport that's harder than that. I can't imagine that any sport is harder than synchronized swimming, where you have these people who need to do all this stuff underwater, lifting people out of the water completely while they're completely submerged, all synchronized together, listening to the music too. But while you're underwater, that has to be
nobody's listening to the music. What are you talking about?
Well, they have to stay in time to something.
Yeah, you've never been in marching band? You were in marching band, weren't you?
Yeah, but we had a visual aid. When you're underwater, you don't have a visual aid then, so they have to listen to something.
Probably not. They're probably counting. I can't imagine synchronized.
But then they all have to count to at the same pace.
Yeah.
That's even harder.
Don't suck.
You're making it even harder.
You're just
now.
moving. Like you don't have a visual thing. You move in step.
That has to be
move in time.
I can't imagine a harder sport than that. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily all the people in synchronized swimming are more athletic or more skilled than other people, but the fact that you're doing it with this group of people that has to stay synchronized, and what they're doing underwater is absolutely insane to me. They all have to do that together. That's the hard part.
Fair enough.
But I wanted to go to the Olympics for diving.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I dove, because I dove in high school,
Mm-hmm.
if you remember.
I do.
And I got so good at it so quickly. I honestly thought that was like, this is the thing. I haven't dedicated my life to anything. I've done so many different sports, never dedicated myself to one of them. I got so good at it so quick. I'm like, this is the one. And then I hit my head on the board during a reverse dive, and I couldn't do reverse dives anymore. There's just a mental blockage. That really hurt. That was a scary.
That's what did it.
That was a scary moment. Just I hit my head on the board doing a reverse dive from like.
Did you pass out?
I flash of light, landed in the water, and the next thing I knew, I was on the floor, out of the pool. So I must have. That was a scary moment.
So you've knocked yourself out more times than I can remember.
I've been knocked out plenty of times. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just funny.
Yeah, just hilarious. Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. Why not?
Oh my god.
Like, yeah, you've knocked yourself out. Like, that's the funny part. Like, you've knocked yourself out. You've fallen out of beds, cracked your head open, fallen on off bikes. You know, knocked your teeth out. You've the diving board thing. Like, you've done this all to yourself.
I
fell
backwards into the bathtub.
Nobody else knocked you out.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure there might have been at times.
I've been knocked out
but
by one person.
But you've knocked yourself out.
Yeah.
Like, you just. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. But the first time it happened, because, I have the thing, the neurocardiogenic syncope.
Yep.
Which, for those of you who don't know what it is just when you're randomly standing, your heart tells your brain to do the opposite of what it should, so it starts pumping slower. A lot of people have it. It's kind of when you stand up too quickly and you get lightheaded.
Okay.
But my heart, back in the day, my heart rate at rest was like 42. Like, it was so low. So instead of pumping this much less blood to my brain, I was pumping this much less blood. So when it happened like that, and I would just pass out. Well, the first time it happened, I think Mom and Dad were in Green Bay or something.
Yeah, I don't know where they were.
For a Packer game or something. Mm-hmm. You were gone somewhere. And did I call you?
Yeah.
And I was peeing.
Yeah.
So first I was watching the movie Constantine, which I've never seen before. And
still haven't.
I paused the movie when it was the scene where the Keanu Reeves is holding the girl in the bathtub under the water to get her to transfer into like the hell realm.
Okay.
And I pause it and I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm peeing and I just blackout fall backwards into the bathtub, crack my head open, and then I wake up in the bathtub. And the last thing I remember was the scene where he's holding this girl. I'm like, no, I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to go to hell. And then I wake up and I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Well, you called me.
Yeah.
And then you called me.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
I remember parts of it. My head was bleeding. I called you and I remember I hung up the phone with you.
Yep. This is the part that I wanted to tell.
And okay, you want to tell or should I?
So I remember distinctly you calling me and you were like, I just passed out while I was peeing. And I was like, what? Are you okay? You're like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm a little shaken up, but like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, okay, well, all right. And then it was like the end of the phone call. And within a minute, I immediately call him back. And he goes, yeah. And the way he said it, I actually think he was like anticipating this question. But I immediately called him back. He answers. I go, did you finish peeing or were you like in the middle of it when you passed out? I was really concerned that you passed out with your cock out, peeing all over the place, actually. That was like my main concern. I wanted to know if that happened.
So I remember the story slightly different.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just one difference, because when you said that you thought I was anticipating it,
Yeah.
I remember you calling me back and I answered it saying, yes, I finished peeing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I actually answered just being like, yes, I finished peeing.
Yeah.
And
that
then
maybe that's why I remember it like that.
And then but I had my pants buttoned but not zipped.
Yes.
And so I was just like that was what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first time, and then after that it happened multiple times a day. It just all of a sudden just happened.
Well, that's fun.
And that's what happened with the bike. That's why I fell off the bike, is because I blacked out while biking.
Right. That was the bad one.
That was the bad one.
That was the really bad one.
Yeah.
That damaged you permanently.
Yep.
That's where your teeth should have fallen out. Here, do it now, and we'll edit it. Yeah. All right. Put them back in.
Well, we're full of dog here now.
Put them back in. Just dump a little beer on them.
Rinse it off with your beer.
So what else you got going on?
Not too much.
How was your Christmas?
My Christmas was pretty decent. It's a little hard around here though,
Why?
because Jenna's family is Polish,
Yep.
and they celebrate on Christmas Eve, which that makes it nice because we can do Christmas Eve with her family and then Christmas Day with our family.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it nice. But they don't eat meat; they only do fish.
Okay.
And I don't eat fish.
Yeah.
And especially they have this one thing called, I don't know what it's called, but it's essentially a whole fish with the head, eyeball, everything, a whole fish, skin on it, that they put inside of fish flavored like gelatin.
Mm.
So, and they just eat this fish and then they eat the jello, and it's like fish flavored jello. I'm just like, this is the weirdest thing, and it's Jenna's favorite Polish dish. She loves it, and they actually like made extra just for her, and she just devours the stuff. But I'm like, it's so.
So wait, when they make extra just for her, is that like a mini fish? Is it only part of the fish?
It was a smaller fish.
Just get like a goldfish in there.
It
Like,
was a
here's
small
your little Tupperware of.
But they make so much food. Polish people make so much food too, because we have 5 people at Christmas Eve, and we make food for like 25, and there's just so much food there, and we don't. Most of it gets divvied up, and they all take it wherever. But like, I don't really eat any of it. I made two potato dishes, and I just ate potatoes
With fish jelly?
No fish. I did not put fish jello on it. No, absolutely not. I've tried it. I have tried it. No, just no.
I like fish, and I don't know if I want some fish jello.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Can you look up Polish fish jello? I want to know what the name of this is now.
You want me to? I can call Jenna and ask her.
If you want, I don't care. Put her on the pod. Tell her she's on the pod. Let it hear from a Polish person's mouth.
Can you hear the phone?
Hello?
Hello. I just want to let you know that you are on the pod right now.
How so?
I'm calling you, and we're recording, and I have a question for you. Are you okay? Or do we have your consent to continue?
Sure.
Okay, this is my girlfriend, by the way, everyone. What is fish jello called?
Sorry, you called me your... Sorry. Let me clear my... You called me your girlfriend?
Yes.
It is called... Oh my gosh, I just lost it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's ryba w galaretcie. So it basically means fish in jello.
All right, say that one more time slowly, please.
Ryba, which is fish, v, which is in, and galaretcie, which is jello.
And then say the whole thing together.
Ryba w galaretcie.
And now in English.
Fish and jello.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. And that's your favorite Polish dish, right?
One of them, yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
All right.
Love you.
So there we have it. It's called. Put an AI voice over that, please.
We always have this argument. So, eagle
Eagle.
in Polish is aujo.
Aujo.
No, aujo.
Aujo.
No, aujo.
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 No, aujo.
Aujo.
No, aujo.
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 That one's better, but aujo.
Aujo.
This is what happens every time I try to say it between me and her. Every single time, and I will go.
Wait. So wait. Why that?
Because
what is happening with eagles so much that you're trying to pronounce eagle in Polish that often?
She was teaching me Polish at one point,
And is
and
an eagle prevalent?
no,
Polish
I think we were
thing?
watching football, and I was just
Okay.
asking her how to say the names of the teams. But yeah, so I was asking her that, but she always thinks I'm saying like au jus, like the beef broth, whatever. And but like I will go out in public and I'll be like, okay, one of us is Polish, one of us isn't. You say the word, I'll say the word, and then we ask them like, is there any different? And like everyone else who's just like, no, it's you guys are saying the exact same thing. But if we ask a Polish person, people are like, no, she's she's saying, but it sounds
Like,
exactly the
I
same.
really hope you were like literally just saying asshole in Polish. Actually, that
No,
aujo, it's asshole.
No, it's
So just
eagle.
we're just been. Will you swear in other languages?
No.
Would that be funny?
No.
That'd be fun to
If
like.
someone
You
taught
won't
me-
call somebody a bitch, but you'll look and be like, punta.
No, I always have to ask people whenever they tell me something and teach me something in another language, is this a swear? Same thing with anytime anyone ever offers me a brownie, I always have to ask them, is this a drug brownie? And
Fair enough.
it's been a surprising number of times that people have said yes.
Yeah, because people don't offer brownies. Like that's just not something you do. You just don't make brownies and then offer them to people regular. If it's just regular brownies, that's not a thing that people do unless you're a mother and it's your kid's birthday.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it's just like your friends and you're like, "Hey man, you want a brownie?" Like it's a yes. There's something else in them. Just know that going forward. It's
Yeah.
kind of like if another adult offers you jello, I would assume 99% of the time there's alcohol in it, unless it's your girlfriend and then there's fish in it.
They make jello alcohol?
Jello shots? Yes.
Oh, yeah, jello. I know what a jello shot is. I've heard of that before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's just one of those things that you can almost like guarantee you.
All right. Cool. Nice shirt, man.
Thanks. It's Carl's band and Jay's. Jay and Carl's band.
Nice.
We haven't seen Jay in a while.
We haven't seen Jay in a while.
He's in the Congo at the moment.
Still?
That's not still. This is a fairly recently one.
Okay. What's he doing there? Can't talk about it.
You know.
What's he doing there? Speaking of the Congo, though.
Oh, I don't know if I want to go into this conversation.
Well, so you know I used to have a bird.
Like Donkey Congo?
No.
Yeah.
It was Conga, I think.
Probably.
But so I used to have a bird.
Yep.
His name was Bugatti,
Yep.
and he was an Congo African gray parrot
Okay.
from the Congo,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Well, I just found out about this new band, and when I say new band, they were like from 2004.
Okay.
It's called Hatebeak.
Okay.
You know
I've
Hatebeak?
heard of Hatebeak.
It's a death metal band, and their lead singer is an African gray parrot.
Oh, nice.
And this thing just like screams. And it's flipping awesome.
Nice.
I'm not the biggest fan of the music, but I think it's just amazing that this bird. And they said that they'll never perform live though, to save the bird's hearing.
Yeah.
So, which
Yeah.
I appreciate. But yeah, no, it's flipping legit.
That's awesome.
It's
I
pretty-
just saw something on Instagram about them because I heard about them a while ago, but I just saw something like a couple days ago talking about Hatebeak.
yeah. But yeah, no. So,
One of my big the bands that I really enjoy is called Bird Problems.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And does he have a bird singer?
No, but there's a lot of bird puns.
Oh, that's awesome. I'd probably enjoy
It's
that.
a lot of bird puns.
You know how much I like birds.
There's like one. I forget what the exact lyric is, but it's like something like you don't have the qualifications, but it's qualifications.
They could be better.
They have some like they got some jerk chicken.
Jerk is really good. Do you like jerk food?
Sure.
Have you had it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like jerk food. Good.
Yeah, I really like Bird Problems. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. Like, what's the like Hate Beak's like #1 song is like Bird Seed of Vengeance.
That's cute.
Great stuff. Birds are amazing.
They're all right.
They're goofy.
Some birds are more amazing than others, I think.
You were scared of my bird, weren't you?
No.
Didn't you go and feed it one time?
Yeah.
And weren't you like scared of it?
No.
Oh.
Why would I be scared of it?
Well, because they clamped on the dad's finger and he like waved it around in the air.
Then you would have had a dead bird. Like, I don't know what you wanted from me.
That would have been terrible.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been my fault.
Just let it bite you.
I would have, but I also would have flung it. Like, it's just a reaction. I'm not saying intentionally that I would have meant to try to murder it.
Well, that's good.
I'm just saying that it would have like I'm a loud twitchy guy, right? Like it would have clamped on and I would have like done something. It probably would have like snapped its neck on the cage on its way out. And then it would have been like, "Argh." I'm sorry. That's just what would have happened. I didn't do it maliciously.
Well, at least you apologized.
Yeah. Where is Bugatti? Is he still alive?
Well, he was given to a Chicago girl who had another African gray,
Yeah.
and she said that anytime I want, I could contact her and check in on the bird and everything like that. And I was like, well, cool, because I actually like moved down to the area, so like I'll be a lot closer, and have never ever gotten a response from this girl. However, Minerva, my conure, is with a family in Brookfield. And every holiday she messages me and sends me pictures of Minerva,
nice.
and even just random times, just like during the summer, like they're outside chilling, barbecuing, and the birds outside getting like watermelon, whatever, and taking a bath. And we have conversations. And actually, the next time I'm up, I kind of want to go and visit.
Nice.
So yeah, she's doing good. She's doing really good.
Well, that's good.
Yep. But they renamed her Diva because she's a diva.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I feel like Minerva would have fit that as well, right? Yeah, Minerva would have fit that just fine.
That is Minerva. That's renamed Diva.
That's what I mean. Like the name Minerva fits the bill of diva.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
No.
Which god is it? It's one of the Roman gods of. I forget. I think it's
Lilo's gonna find out for us.
I think it's Persephone.
Okay. Well, do you know Minerva is actually named after Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter?
Fucking nerd.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
She's the Roman goddess of wisdom, war, and the arts.
Oh, nice.
So what is that in Greek? What's she the Greek god of then?
Do they do that?
Yeah, all of them. The Romans legitimately admitted that they ripped their entire mythology off of Greek.
Well, would it be Athena then? Because Athena was
Yeah,
the goddess
it's
of war.
Athena.
Is it Athena? Okay, yeah.
Which I had a cat named Athena after the Greek goddess of Athena.
So
I named all my animals after specific things.
So yeah. So it would have been just fine keeping if she's a diva. Yeah, it would have been just fine to still just name her Minerva.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
So I guess you guys weren't way off base with each other.
Dope skis.
I don't know the Harry Potter reference.
Professor McGonagall.
She died.
Yeah.
The actor died.
Yeah,
last year.
Maggie.
She was one of
Maggie
the people
Smith.
that died last year.
I still don't know who she is in the Harry Potter movies. I've never seen them.
You should watch. They're pretty good. I think the movies are pretty decent. HBO's coming out with a series. So they're going to be doing a series now and all that kind of stuff. And there's rumors from one of my new favorite shows, Ted Lasso, which I've talked about. Roy, which is one of my favorite characters on the show, he is rumored to be Hagrid. So that's kind of cool.
Cool.
Nice.
Right on. I don't know either. Should we wrap things up here?
Probably.
All right.
But I need to say something that makes you get sick of me and storm off. Were you actually mad? Well, this has been Two Rights Make a Wrong. Thanks for watching. Bye. There is a chandelier back there.